Alright, so, I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird today. I think there's like a lot of mucus in there and stuff. I woke up today because of my alarm clock, which is actually something that doesn't usually happen. This is a cool new thing for me. Let's see. I get this going. There we go. Okay. Hi. I slept last night. Which hasn't happened in months. Doctor got me on like a bunch of new prescriptions and stuff, and so I have to take like all these pills at night. But I don't wake up every 3 hours, or I didn't last night at least. I actually had like a full night's sleep, which is probably why I sound like I just woke up, because I have finally just woken up in the morning, or I'm getting sick. I'm not sure which. There's a lot of mucus. It's gross. Anyway. Yeah, sleep's pretty cool. You know, the whole like Lamia curse with insomnia stuff. Maybe modern medicine can beat that. I don't know. The cats are helping you sleep. I went to bed at 7:30 last night, and I woke up at 6:30 a.m. I've been really needing to catch up on sleep. I could tell, like, in my face. It was like, ugh. But yeah, it's been wild. It's been wild. Oh, I gotta get this camera position all fixed up. Bloop. Ah, there we go. That's where I'm supposed to be. So yeah, I have slept. I have slept. This is a new thing for me. I'm very excited. Yeah, hi Loki. Hi bud. What you doing? Look, I gotta lean back with my keyboard and do a coding stream, okay? No, don't mess with the keyboard cable. Nope, stop it. Stop it. Loki, 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 what are you? Oh God, you're such a dork. We sleep in this household. As of last night, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty jazzed about that. Also jazzed about my audio setup consistently being a little bit flaky. But yeah, hello, good morning. I hope Drunk Raven was nice to y'all, and her awawas, which she's doing differently now. I guess. She was all right. Oh, she was just all right, or she was all right. Well, which kind of all right it is? Is it like, yeah, she was all right, or she was all right? You know, which of those two? I think Dagger has redeemed a. Ada. God, there's so much mucus in my throat right now. Bleh. 2 cats in 1 cam. Yeah. Ow, ow, wah, wah. Ow, wah, wah. Yeah, that's the noise that Drunk Raven makes. Yep. She was would date. Oh. Got it. Dating an NHP must be weird. Breaking Sabine. Oh yeah. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, dating an NHP must be weird. Hey Sabine, how's it going? So yeah, again, I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird today. I assume it sounds weird. It probably sounds like I'm getting sick. Does it sound like I'm getting sick? I think it sounds like I'm getting sick. Speak of the potato. Baby's enjoying the window, yeah. Alright, this code's getting to be a bit of a mess. We gotta go and do some cleanup. It's very prototypey right now, and I am very grateful for the changes that Joe Craven did here. I think she forgot to commit her code, though. Outsiders evolution standing by. 1 in a million's just a drone. Amassed in crowd, you're still alone. The last of its kind is the one with the mind of its own. Okay, we are going to add. Let's actually add the Seashow stuff. Hey, do you want to see like an artifact from the olden days? Hang on a second. I gotta resurrect an old project of mine really quick. Hold on a second. To see through that shroud of destiny, time and law. Explore. 7. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta go searching for a project. Actually, I think I just need to log into this. Oh no! I have like an ancient. I have an ancient Git project that I have lost. It is hidden away from me forever. Shoot. Heck. Anyway, well, let's just look at this thing. There's a file id.diz, and it turns out that I didn't actually need my little project for doing it. File id.diz is a specifically formatted like text file that you stick in a zip file, and it will basically, like, if you upload your file to a BBS, the BBS will automatically extract file id.diz from it and use that as the description of the file for like the website. Mandalorian's at the drive-in tonight. Heck. But I need my sleep. I'm still fighting with this whatever the frick is going on with my sleep. I mean, it was great last night, right? Look at all these retro formats that we gotta support. Look at all these retro formats that we gotta support now. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. GIF, RLE, Mac Paint, PC Paint, PC Paintbrush, Colorix, EGA Paint, Image, Dr. Halo, Target, IFF, LBM, Ham, BMP, TIFF, didn't know. Oh, okay. JPEG, RIP Icon, PBM Plus, and PNG. It supports PNGs. Nice. But it can display PNGs on like a CGA. That's interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of want to test that with the PNG. Well, anyway, this doesn't matter. How many colors in CGA? 16 asterisks. So it depends on the video mode. There are 16 color video modes. But most of the time when people say CGA color, a lot of the time they're talking about the 4 color video modes, which had like a couple of different specific palettes. The 16 color CGA video mode was very low resolution, but it was used in games like Round 42, and a few others. Yeah, this game, which we will watch a video of on YouTube, and begin. Hold on a second. I don't want to interrupt the Violet Pony with this. Come on, begin. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, listen to that soundtrack. Yeah. This is a jeez, that's hard to listen to. Anyway, that's round 42. It gets, like, it has a few different, like, styles of gameplay inside of it, but it's mostly just, like, this shooter, kind of thing. Yeah, occasionally you have to do this. Anyway, that is a CGA 16 color video mode. Transfem noise? Is that a transfem noise? Is that... but yeah, a lot of the time when people talk about CGA, they're talking about, how do I make this thing go away? Oh my god, okay. 8 color CGA eight CGA color palettes. That is... What is this? This isn't actual palette. What are you doing? Oh my god, the world is covered in AI slop now. I don't like it. Okay, here we go. These are the 2 palettes. You get, yeah. You get either the trans pride flag or this weird thing, that I don't think anyone actually liked. And black. You get it black also. So it was 4 colors. Yeah. Index 0, the background color can be any of the colors from a full 16 color palette. Oh, that's interesting. Alright. In most cases it is left black, but yeah, I guess you could pick other colors to go there. I wonder if you could actually come up with better combinations than whatever. Yeah, CGA is... Well, it could do color. It is a color graphics adapter, and that's about it. Okay, I still want to try to find my missing project though. Where the hell is that? I was working on it around the same time that I was working on the DOS game stuff. But I made a tool, and all it does is it just takes code page 437, or you know, like extended ASCII text, and it converts it to UTF-8. I can't find it right now. Oh well, whatever. I think some of the other projects that I've worked on actually include the same code, though. Oh well, whatever. Trans pride flag would show up reasonably well in CGA? Yes. Yes. One of the CGA palettes is basically just the colors of the trans pride flag, plus, black. Or whatever background color, I guess. Off by 1, blah 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 blah. This is no longer valid. Oh yeah, we gotta, sorry, before I touch any of that code, we gotta commit stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna add the cshow GIF, the zip files here. Actually no, let's just add cshow. And we're still gonna add Bob89A too. Whatever, I'm just gonna add the whole directory. This is a temporary thing anyway. And we're also going to add the Bob89A and full color GIFs. Or, we're not going to add the entire GIFs directory with all the porn, though. Okay, so this fix me is gone. We need to organize all of this. So right now we have the, like, the load image descriptor, I think. Process file, load image descriptor. There we go. This, I think we need to, we need to make this load. Also, this pattern that we're using right here, this, like, get bytes, decode, whatever, I think we need to, like, split that off into, like, a separate function that does that. This way we can wrap either file IO or, like, a buffer, maybe. A joke about our music culture is... Oh, okay. Alright. There's not actually that much code here. We're only at 525 lines, which is kind of funny. But yeah, the load image descriptor is definitely, like, the bulk of this, so... Right, load image descriptor. Yeah, it starts at line 283 and goes... It's like half of this file is load image descriptor. I think what we're gonna do... We already split off load palette into its own thing. I think we're gonna split off the loading of image data and decoding of codes. Not decoding of codes. The splitting, turning, like, the bytes into bits, which is more complicated than it sounds because of the variable length of the codes. That part that we spend a lot of time on and has been a frequent source of errors probably needs to be that probably needs to be another function. Okay. Create bitstream by index, blah blah blah. What about the by flag? Can't do that with CGA. Could you do it with EGA, though? I mean, no, sorry. Could you do it with the low color CGA or the 16 color CGA palette, the low resolution one? Here, this is the colors that we're dealing with, right? So we got. Yeah, I think we could. Oh yeah, we got those colors. We got like this. Oh, it's pretty much like right there. It's just in the wrong order, right? Yeah, no, you can. Yeah, you can do a low res by flag. Annoyingly enough, you could also do the original poly flag. That'd be this color, and this color, I think, combined, along with this color for the pi symbol. Sorry, that flag design just really bothers me. The colors are abrasive. It actually looks like some of those GIFs that we were going through. That were just like so MS Paint looking, you know? The midstream clear cut. Okay, yeah, that's something that we only have to consider for this part. The city reaches for the sky. I'm left alone here and I can't remember why. All a man's... Yeah, I shouldn't try to sing like this. Something is broken here, or reading garbage with tiny2.gif. Arrays of substream. Array of substreams. Okay, I think we can load tiny2.gif now. Man's creations left abandoned without purpose. Yep, I can't sing today. Nope, have a good lurk. Alright, so an array of substreams. That's fine. Clear code index is blah 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 blah. We're gonna make a function that just takes this. Right? No. Let's read a subblock. It's actually gonna go all the way up to here, I think. Read a subblock. We're not reading... Wait a minute. We could have multiple subblocks, couldn't we? Oh yeah, we're actually combining all the subblocks. Okay, good. Let's see as the sky erupts in light. Alright, func, get combined subblocks. That's going to return a... text byte array. To parse combined subblocks. Parse? Come on, let's go. Parse combined combined. Jeez, I cannot talk today. I can't remember why. The atmosphere is torn, instinct is screaming for shelter from the storm. You're supposed to be well rested today? Yeah, seriously. Need some more time to wake up. I mean, anytime you're woken up by an alarm clock, it's kind of like cutting off whatever's there. But, like, the fact that I was up all night... Or, sorry, the fact that I was, like, asleep all night meant that, like, none of the gunk in there got cleared out. So, like, I actually sound like I've just woken up instead of, you know... That's my excuse anyway. I could also just be getting sick. That would also be an explanation, but... Okay, so if the file's truncated, yeah, well, not worry about that for now. Let's see if that still works. We're going to be continuing to test on bob89a.gif. The one that should have images, or should have text in it, but does not. Yep. We're not really doing anything with this is89a variable, are we? We could take a GIF 87a and still like just treat it like an 89a. Excuse me. Okay, next up. Let's see, bytes to codes. Let's see. Funk, bytes to, let's see, LZW bytes to codes. Let's do that. LZW bytes to codes. GIF bytes to LZW codes. There we go. Yeah. Bytes, which is type packed byte array. I don't remember what the return type of that is. I think it's just an array. It's a packed in 32 array, right? Yeah, it's packed in 32 array. Remove trailing empty arrays. Ah, yes, right. Yeah. We need to do that, yes. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. No, yeah, wait, yeah, okay, no, wait, hold on. The clear codes mean... Right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we're doing, like... We're actually getting, like, an array of arrays out of it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So it's actually going to be an array of packed in 32 arrays. And we're also going to send it minimum code size, LZW minimum code size, which is of type int. Wow, I can't spell today. That's cool. Awesome. Not all code paths return to value. That's just your opinion, you know?
got some freak potential, but that's just great. It makes us who we are, molding our mental.
Alright, let's see if that works. Boop. Nope. Trying to return an array of type array, where expected return type is array of packed in 30. What? 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 There we go, it's working again. Hooray! Nice. Nice. Okay. Cool. So that has simplified that. Painting my nails and doing household stuff. Oh, nice. Cool. Alright, and then the last bit here is to do something, is to whatever, I don't know. Convert bytes of image, compress image data into arrays of LZW codes for decompression. All right. We have a bunch of global variables here also that really should probably be local variables, especially stuff for the like the bitstream stuff. Current bitstream contents just does It's only used at like 3 places? Oh my god, okay. Alright. No, it's only used in 1 place, actually. The rest of it is commented out. Neat. Okay. Yeah, that could be a local variable. We'll just keep track of, like, the position in the bitstream. Actually, can we just keep track? Can we just do this right inside the function? It's a little bit complicated. I don't really want to do that. Anyway, the rest of this, all of this stuff needs to be moved into a function all the way down to here? Here. Yeah. Well, here. We'll do this. Yep. Okay. Codes is going to be an array of packed in 32 arrays. Right. Also going to pass in LZW minimum code size. So type int. This table that we have right here probably also should probably be a local variable or local thing. And then right here, we're going to actually get the decompress LCW codes. Oh, we forgot to return. Forgot to actually declare decompression result, because that needed to be in there also. Actually, do we have to keep track of LZW minimum code size in that part? I don't think we do, right? Current decoding table position. Oh yeah, okay, we do. Interesting. Oh, right, I see why. Okay, cool. Yeah, because the table size is determined by that. Okay. Alright, still works. That's good. We have successfully split off a bunch of stuff into multiple functions. This is gonna return it. I think it's gonna return a hacked byte array, right? Yeah. Cool. So I think we are... Don't pass palette into here and don't build the whole image here, right? Because we have to return the image out of this and then do that, like, outside of the thing. We should probably build up the image, like, with the actual, like, X and Y position and stuff. Hey, Shar, how's it going? Sorry, my voice sounds all scratchy today. I think I actually slept for a normal amount of time last night, though, which is cool. And our GIF floater is it's loading stuff pretty good. It'll be nice to get things working as an animation. We got to get a lot of error checking in here too. Oh, actually, we got a to-do list up here. We still have to do deinterlacing, error handling, actually use local color table. We have actually done that. Nice. Bam. Actually, that's wrong. It says sorta done for a reason on there. Because we actually have to pass that back out, I think. That's going to be a little bit tricky. What we actually do with the image data that we've constructed is going to be a little bit weird. I think we should probably just return this out of here. We should actually make a type just for image descriptors. Because if we return to the GIF spec, image descriptor. Each image in a data stream is composed of an image descriptor, an optional local color table, and the image data. Alright, so we're actually going to make a type for this. I wonder if we should... Maybe we should make a separate GD file for this. I wonder if that would actually make things easier to split up. Then we could have, like, different types for the image descriptor, or the global color table, or the local color table. I guess just, like, different type for the color table, right? The color tables right now are just arrays. of colors. Table-based image data. Huh? Huh? Wait, where's the... Image descriptor. Local color table and image data, which is table-based image data. Oh, okay, I got it. We should probably make individual types for each one of these things, that just, like, know how to parse themselves and stuff, you know? That would probably be the clean way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, we should do that. It's like we've successfully, like, loaded the GIFs. Now we're just doing, like, we're doing code cleanup, because it's kind of a mess. I'm tired. Why am I tired? I slept all night. I actually slept all night. For once, I slept all night. We should probably make, like, the bitstream thing like its own type. Let's do that. Yeah. We should probably make, like, a GDScript file for it called, I don't know, GIF bitstream or something. And they don't have to stuff it all into, like, one single file, you know. That'll be nice. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We're gonna make a new folder. We're gonna call it GIF. I know everything's called GIF in here, but this is actually gonna be, like, the final GIF. It sounds very dramatic, but this is where we're gonna stick all of the GIF code once we, like, segment it off and stuff. Create a new script. It's gonna be called... It's not gonna inherit from Node. It's gonna inherit from... I guess ref counted. And it's gonna be called GIF bitstream.gd. Okay. It's just gonna have two functions: set bitstream and get bytes or get bits. All right, and then I'm gonna we'll delete all that stuff once we have it actually using that type. Let's see, load image descriptor, blah 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 blah. Where is it using the bitstream? Okay. Here we go. GIF bitstream dot new. Bystream, bitstream. There we go. Bitstream dot set bitstream. That shouldn't have an underscore there, but we'll fix that. And then we'll do bitstream dot get bits, and these are also private variables that we're gonna have to mess with. Okay, is that gonna work or is that gonna break everything? Oh, there we go. Bite stream. Hey. I'll show you bites. Okay, I think we can now now actually delete all of the stuff here. Boop. Alright, cool. We have split off some of our bitstream handling into its own thing. Though we do have to, we're still accessing like private fields on it and stuff, which is not so great, but we'll deal with it. I guess we can just deal with that now. Yeah, let's deal with that right now. How's it going today? My voice is a little bit scratchy, but like I actually had like a whole night's sleep last night, which is something that doesn't usually happen for me. And it's probably because of all this like medication that my doctor has me on now. That I finally managed to fill a prescription. The pharmacy was like out of stock on the meds that I needed. I think I might also be getting sick though, which might explain why my voice is a little bit scratchy. I'm not sure. It's a whole new world for me, actually having slept like a night and dreamt about things too. I dreamt about things. Oh my god, that hasn't happened in a while. There were anxiety dreams, but I still dreamt about things, and that was cool. It's nice to dream. Sometimes. The shirt in weather is causing the sickening. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I dreamt that someone stole my Steam Deck. And it was like, brain, that is not cool. How dare you? I also stole the rest of my electronics, so I couldn't, like, call anyone for help or anything. Not the fancy purple Steam Deck. Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, it should be easy to report it. It's like, someone's running around with a transparent purple Steam Deck. There's not a whole lot of Steam Decks that look like that, so, you know. But that's, yeah, my brain's doing the anxiety thing. Which is weird because one of the medications that I'm now on is an anti-anxiety med. So why did that happen? I don't know. Come on, brain. Come on, let's get it together, all right? I guess we don't really have to access these. We could just kind of like have an EOF. Anxiety meds can backfire like that. Oh! Lovely! Awesome! I am horrified by that concept. Great. Hey, if we try to read a number of bits past the end of a buffer, but we have some of the bits and we don't have all the bits, what should we return? Should we return a -1 indicating an error, or should we just... we'll do this. Push error. Tried to read past the end of a bit string. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that was the first night that I was on them, so like we'll see. But yeah, it's like I got some like a couple of like vitamin supplements for a couple of things, and I got some like pain meds that are it's like an over the counter pain thing. So is it actually no, maybe it's not. It's a pain med that's like it's like really strong ibuprofen, right? It's an anti-inflammatory thing, and then like not like an opioid, I think. It better not be anyway. And an anti-anxiety thing, and let's see, hold on, is that it? Yeah, the anti-anxiety thing. We got the anti-pain med. And we got the two vitamin things, and then we have the normal HRT that I take. And so I'm taking like 7 pills at night now. Welcome to 42, Kiri. Yeah. Awesome. Makes me think of my granddad, who was taking like this whole array of like medications every day. But I'm hoping that like I only have to do this until like things settle out and I can go back to sleeping normally again. I hope it's not like there's like a cycle, right? It's like a feedback loop when you're not getting enough sleep and then bad things happen and then you can't get enough sleep because the bad things happen. If I can break that cycle, well, probably good, and I don't have to keep taking all the meds. Maybe. We'll see. Otherwise, I don't know. Whatever. I would like to just be able to sleep normally again. Though, you know, this is part of the Lamia curse, so yeah, you know. Lamia, the person in Greek mythology, was cursed with like insomnia, so.
I know it was for us, but that's okay. You made me smile, I taught you how. And you do it too, even just thinking about it now.
I'm glad my sleep situation isn't as bad as like I don't know how many of you watch Moist Critical. I watch Moist Critical. I'm sorry. No, he's fine actually. I think he's funny. He has pretty bad insomnia though, and he talks about it on his videos sometimes. And it's like, oh man, I feel that pain, but to a lesser extent, and it still sucks. Okay, where are we? This is the part where it actually constructs the image data, but we need to... what else are we going to split off into other files? GIF bytes to LZW codes. Guess we should probably split all of the LZW stuff into its own file. Let's do that. Dated people with pretty bad insomnia, so I've seen how bad it sucks firsthand. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I mean, like I said though, like last night was actually decent, I think, for me, so I'm glad yeah. I'm glad it's not that bad for me. I say new text file? No, I want to say new script. There we go. inherits from ref counted. We're gonna mostly be filling with static functions. Alright, still loading our picture of Bob, which is good. Let's see. Next up is the actual decoding. Decompress LZW codes, that's gonna be... Ah, now the LZW like table stuff is it's gonna be an issue. Right, we'll deal with this, and we're gonna get that table in. Actually, no, we're gonna make a new object. If lzw.new var temp remove me. What was that? Okay, cool. Now we're gonna take the code table, current decoding table, and move that. Into here. Also gonna have init table and reset table. These are gonna be their own type, I think. Just let me test what shuffling around that I just did first. Yep, that's good. I like how we're like honoring one of the original like GIF creators by continually using his thing here. We won't honor him by pronouncing GIF the way that he wants us to, but we will honor him by showing his picture over and over again. Okay, let's make class LZW decoding table. I think that let's see. Dot class inside class. Just want to look something up. I want to make sure this actually like gets cleaned up correctly. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Set that in it. So blah 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 blah. Var decoding table, which is of type LZW decoding table equals new LZW decoding table. And we're gonna give it. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be mixing up my syntaxes. That's interesting. We should probably not be accessing that value directly there. Current decoding table position. Where the frick is that? It's right there. What are you talking about? That's a weird error. That's a really weird error. Why can't we access these? Oh, right, because yeah. You have to use the actual instance name instead of the type name, right? That would make sense. Yeah, cool. Boop. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so many parts where we actually use the internal guts of that thing as a... Yeah, okay, that's cool. This is fine. This is something that should definitely happen inside of that object, though. What is even happening here? Yay, Bob's back. Yay. Cool. Yeah, we need to stuff more functionality into that type. If length blah 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 is greater than decoding table blah 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 blah, current decoding table position. Right, this is filling in the decoding table. Where's the thing where we reset the decoding table position? Are we not doing that anymore? We do it here. Oh, right, okay. I get it now. This is the part where we append to the table. Right. So append decoded old code plus C to the table. Okay, yeah, that needs to be a function that will stick in the table. Bloop. And code, old code, and C. Old code is of type int, and new code is also of type. What is type? Is type. Patent 32 array? I think, right? That doesn't seem right. Unexpected identifier def. It's not Python. We're not writing Python. Right. Yeah. Got it. Identifier decoding table. Okay, and we get rid of decoding table everywhere here. Invalid operands, packed byte array, and oh yeah, it's not a packed byte. It's not a packed in32 array, it's packed byte array. And a code to the array requires an old code to append new bytes to make a new code. Okay, yeah, this is where we're getting like confusing parts of LZW happening, but append code. Yeah, now we can just take that complicated looking piece of junk right there, and just say decoding table dot append code, old code, and C. We saw Bob. We saw Bob. Awesome. Hello, the dev house. How's it going? No relation to Super Happy Dev House, I assume. But yeah, welcome in. We're writing a GIF loader in GDScript for funsies, and because I like pain a lot, apparently. Let's go ahead and check in what we have. Ow! 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 No, we'll not do that. We'll say clean up. Except we forgot stuff. We forgot to add the GIF directory. Git commit dash a dash m, adding forgotten tools. Good enough. Whatever. I'm sorry my voice sounds all scratchy. Oh, thank you, Sabine. Sabine just brought me breakfast. Maybe that will help clear out my sinuses. It's worth a shot, and I'm hungry, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Sound fine? I definitely sound scratchier than I normally do. I can hear it through the monitor on the mic, so... Yeah, Super Happy Dev House is an event that I used to go to. I don't know if it's still running. I'm not exactly involved in, like, Silicon Valley culture anymore, so... I don't know if it's even a thing anymore. It's basically like a big house party thing, hacker meetup, whatever.
It's about playing the game. 'Cause at the end of the day, Calhoun, it's all about the game.
The last one was actually just a few months ago at the Hacker Dojo, which is a place that I also used to hang out a bunch at. Oh, I missed number 69 for it. Damn. Heck. Yeah, well, whatever. That's fine. Oh, it's an international series of events now. Oh, neat. Okay. Now I've met these two people. Super Happy Dev Host spawned Hacker Dojo to operate a hackerspace in Mountain View. So yeah, I used to be involved in Hacker Dojo a long time ago. I don't know what they're up to now, but it's when we say hacker, we're not talking about like security stuff. We're just talking about like startup nonsense. Also, they've moved again. Oh, they've moved twice since I was going there. Wait, no. Oh yeah, no, wait, no, okay. They had already moved from this one, and then okay, that's neat. Ooh, embezzlement. Neat. It was like deliciously janky too. It was like it used to be like a furniture like showroom thing, and it got turned into like a hackerspace, and it was actually like really chill. And then it got kind of corporate, and it became less fun as a result of that. We did have some cool art on the walls though. I even helped actually get some of the art up on the walls. Oh look! Pinterest started there. I'm sorry everyone. I'm sorry for my involvement in this hackerspace. But also Pebble watches, those are cool, right? Damn, Pinterest always screwing up my image search results. Of course, we might not have image search results anymore, according to Google. Maybe we'll just have like AI generated thing, because that's all their search is going to be anymore. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I know everyone else on the internet's complaining about this too, so. That's a nasty karmic debt. Yeah, yeah. All right. Google sure as hell. Yeah, seriously. What bots work for Onwcast? I don't know. I don't use any of them. I mean, I have like my own that I've written that doesn't interact in chat very much though. It does record chat data though. So I have logs. All right, what were we doing? What's this one? This is probably not the right way to handle this. Fix me. Neat. Okay. If old code is decoding table position, blah 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 blah. So we could just say fetch code on that. Value directly, just output that. Things usually starts off fun when things when stuff grows it turns sour. Yeah, that's kind of how it went. Yeah, it was a really cool little like just hacker space that got turned into more of a hacker maker space kind of thing that got turned into a more startup-y corporate kind of thing. We had some nice game jams that we did there. That was cool. Okay, oops. Packed byte array, not packed string array. But yeah, I don't think anyone's a fan of that, that whole... That what they announced at Google I/O just recently. That is definitely a decision. When people talk about like AI being like rammed down our throats and stuff, this is what they're talking about. Like, nobody asked for this. You haven't seen much coverage of it? Oh, here, let's... A new era for AI search. Advanced model capabilities to search with new AI features, blah, 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 blah. Powerful AI right-in search. Search agents, blah, blah, blah. Agentic coding search. Expanded personal intelligence search, blah, 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 blah. Conversational back and forth with AI. So yeah, they're just like, look at this. You see that? What just happened in there? It's like they're just like filling up so much of the screen with the AI search crap now. And people have been saying that they're going to be replacing the normal search stuff with this. We're saying it's all going to be ads. Google does make its money off of ads, for sure. Yeah. When I worked there, it was like the kind of... I kind of figured that out. Everything really there is to support the ads department. Expanded personal intelligence in search. That sounds horrifying. Yeah, pretend you're Google circa 2009. Yeah, seriously. Is the old search bar going away? It says, no, the traditional search bar is here to stay. Oh, okay. Let's just add backlash to the search result. There we go. Bait and switch. Google faces massive backlash for quietly. Reducing usage limits on his AI. Oh, that's funny. That's wait. Hold on. That's actually hilarious. Heck off. So they're making it more expensive at the same time as forcing it down everyone's throats. Google search as you know it is over. Alright, here we go. At Google I/O conference on Tuesday, Google announces AI-powered overhaul of search centered around a reimagined intelligent search box. What the company describes as the biggest change to this entry point to the web since search box debuted more than 25 years ago. Instead of returning a simple list of links, Google Search will drop users into an AI-powered interactive experiences. Okay. Google is also introducing tools that can dispatch information agents, blah, 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 blah. The resulting experience will no longer look much like how people envision Google Search. With the revamped search experience, the new search box simply expands to accommodate longer, more so yeah, they're changing the search box. Shift means that searching the web will increasingly be performed by AI agents rather than humans. Instead, people will focus more on acting on the information those agents provide instead of manually clicking links. They want... You know that thing where I keep talking about how the internet is only 5 websites now? They're trying to really, really, really drive that home, and they're trying to make it so that they're just... Most of those websites don't matter anymore, and now it's just Google. Now all you need is Google. That's it. All you need is Google. Is there endgame transforming the entire internet into a single prompt bar? I think so, yeah. Links will become an afterthought with the upcoming changes to... With the upcoming changes to search results experience, which builds on Google's earlier launches of AI search features, like its short summaries known as AI overviews and conversational AI mode. Conversational search AI. AI overviews is now used by more than 2.5 billion monthly users. 'Cause we don't have a choice, you jerks! Oh my god. I'm counted in this statistic because when I search on Google, it forces AI slop down my throat without me being able to do anything about it, even if I actively ignore it. Like, this number is bullshit. Pardon my language. Also, like, there's uBlock Origin for the, to filter out the AI stuff. Yeah, I know, but, like, I think they still count it as me using it. Loki, what are you doing? You know what's interesting? So I have this StreamSafe browser profile right here. I use this most of the time when I'm browsing the web now. It's just a Firefox profile that's set up to automatically clear cookies, history, all that stuff every time I close it. And like it's essentially like browsing in incognito mode all the time, with a couple of exceptions. And I've been using this for most of my browsing lately. Unless I have to check my email or actually log into something that I need to log into. I'm usually using the StreamSafe browser just because I don't want to be like tracked or like associated with this stuff. Like they're still doing some amount of tracking and stuff, but like, you know, there's still like browser fingerprinting and IP address tracking and stuff that they can do. But I'm sick of it. I'm sick of like what the internet has become. That now the only way to interact with it is through a browser profile that I've set up to just not actually store anything related to me on it. Do I have LibreWolf installed? I should have LibreWolf installed. I do have LibreWolf installed. I should just use LibreWolf. Just a very important thing to change first. There we go. I want my native title bars. Modern internet makes me want to scream. Yeah, me too. You know I have a website, right? Have you seen my website? Oh, this one actually is storing history. Hold on a second. Okay, great. There's nothing bad there. We will go back to using the stream safe browser until I get LibreWolf properly set up anyway. Expiredpopsicle.com. Look, I have a website. It's not updated, ever. This is, we got art from like, it hasn't been an entire year, so we're still good, but, yeah, it just hasn't been updated in a while. It has my current stream schedule, though. So yeah, I actually have a website. You know what? You can even use modern open internet standards, like RSS, to subscribe to it. By the way, everyone, you should probably have an RSS reader. Hey Echo, how's it going? I like this one called, let's see if I can find it. This is one called Liferia? Liferia? It's not installed right now, but it will be in a second. There we go, it's installed. Just want to make sure there's nothing spooky hidden in my lists here. Yeah, check this out. It's got the defaults on it right now. Liferia, yeah. This is an RSS reader. You can subscribe to my website to it. Oh look, it's got XKCD on it too. Nice. So yeah, you can just type in new subscription, type in expiredpopsicle.com, and I believe it is actually capable of auto-discovering it. Yep, there we go. That's all my stuff. You don't even have to go to my website. You can just have this thing. It just keeps track of how many, you know, how many new articles there are on each thing, and there's your news, there's your updates. Hold on, it gets better. You want to check out my let's delve into Fetty for a second. I just gotta check off stream to make sure there's nothing naughty on there. All right, we got my Fetty account, right? This is all the stuff that I post on Fetty. Yep, and reposts and stuff too. If we hit up new subscription, I'm just gonna punch in the URL to that. It's going to be able to not find that. Also, I might be put in the comics directory. We should not. Okay, it is unable to figure it out. I will give you the secret though. You just put like .rss on the end of it. I tried to download it. Properties, source, blah 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 blah, .rss. And then I think we can just refresh updates. Update. Right, new subscription, blah 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 .rss. We should want to add new subscription. Yes. Okay, this isn't working. Why is my demonstration failing? You know, like bullety? I don't know what that is. Could not resolve host vt.social. That's concerning. I'm going to... Okay, so there's something weird going on with the DNS for vt.social. Just give me a second. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. It is resolving the domain name now. That was weird. That was super heckin' weird. All right, let's hit update. There we go. There we go. All right. Phew. That. Okay. Cool. So yeah, all you got to do, I think, let's try that again with without the .rss on it. And yeah, you don't even have to put the .rss. It'll auto-discover it. When DNS is actually working, it'll auto-discover it. And then there's stuff that doesn't actually show the art, unfortunately. You have to actually like click on the link to the post to go there. And then it will open a totally different browser than the one that I normally use, apparently. That's cool. And then try to go to the site. Yep, there we go. There's one of the ones that we do on stream. Let's see if we can actually get Junk Raven on here too. Yep, there's Junk Raven. Junk Raven does not have an RSS. Oh, Junk Raven does have an RSS. Okay. New subscription. Yeah, if you had this like .rss on the end of like a lot of Fetty URLs, you will get. There we go. Still not getting into the art actually coming through, unfortunately, but you get the idea. All of this stuff is done through like a very kind of standard protocol that that's all that stuff's depressing. That's also depressing. Oh my god. Ah, geez. Lay off 3,000 employees to refocus on AI. Holy crap, man. I haven't checked Slashdot in forever. It's just in the example feeds here. But you get the idea. RSS is a standard like XML format that can just like serve up these feeds. They can all update automatically, kind of like email, and it's great. And you don't have to actually like go to all the individual websites and stuff. You can actually just have all of your news from your sources right here. You can also do this like with YouTube channels. Even YouTube supports it. Is that gonna work? No, we need the app there. I think this will work with if we just feed it that. Yep, there we go. I'm using the same thumbnail for each one of these streams. Yeah, you can have YouTube channels on here. You can have. I wonder if it works for Twitch channels. Let's find out. Nope, doesn't work for Twitch channels. Though there might be some kind of wrapper you can use for that. So yeah, there's this feed discovery thing because like that .rss URL is the actual place that the feed is at. But if you look at the if you look at my page again, there's the feed discovery thing is view page source. Yeah, if you have like this up in the header, then it'll know to look for that for the RSS feed. So that's how it's discovering it. When I just give it a URL to a YouTube channel, that's how it's discovering the RSS feed. When I give it a URL to a Mastodon profile, it's looking for that header right there. And it's just a little redirect. So that's why you don't always have to know the exact RSS like URL to get to something. There's other feed readers out there besides Liferia. I don't know how good they are, but hosted by different. They're just XML files. I mean, they're presumably automatically generated from whatever source there is that they're, for. Like every time I post a new video to YouTube, a new entry will show up right in this list. And that's YouTube doing it. YouTube does this automatically. I'm kind of amazed that YouTube hasn't dropped the feature because it's so useful, but hey, thanks so much for the resub, Psychic Magpie. Mastodon automatically generates RSS feeds like this. You just give it a URL that's .rss, and it will give you basically the user's normal homepage minus like boosts and stuff as an RSS feed. Actually, I wrote a page from scratch. I wrote my whole website from scratch. All of this stuff is written from scratch. You can tell by the commented out sections of it. Yeah, this whole site of mine, this is all done from scratch. How did we get on the topic of RSS feeds? What were we talking about? I don't know. Yeah, the internet doesn't have to be like 5 websites anymore. You can subscribe to RSS feeds, and you can actually keep up to date with a bunch of different things across the internet. It's pretty great. I like that RSS as a standard is still around, probably because it's too useful for automated systems. Oh, speaking of that, hold on, let's do a thing. All right, there we go. This next studio now has an has a no AI policy. Other projects that have this policy, Krita, OBS, pretty good projects. I like them. I'm fans. I use them all the time. All right, what were we doing with the decompression stuff? This still works, right? Yep, it still works. Oh, all this messy code here. Oh my god. We know that all of this stuff works now, so we can just get rid of that. I've seen this report from Curl where they let this super AI model from Anthropic burn like 20k worth of credits to find a single low vulnerability. I haven't seen that yet, but it sounds normal. Yeah.
What do you think of this?
They keep upping the costs on this stuff because like they're running out of other people's money to use on it, so
Fireball to the face, bitch. I'm hitting these 20s like nothing. Thunder and lightning still back in my colon. You know that I couldn't be bluffing. Wait it out, wait it out. I still haven't seen all the shit you've been bragging about. I'm on the wizard shit. You're giving quests in the crowd. Run it back. I've been in this game. I know how to talk to the rest. Getting stacked. All of the spells that I'm hitting is slap, slap. Burning king. All of your treasures fall into my lab. My potions could kill you, bitch, cause your ass ain't strapped.
So it doesn't look like we actually need to do anything if we get a midstream and clear code. I was just kind of like trying to find gifts that actually used it, right? Which we did. We found plenty of gifts that use the midstream clear code, so we don't need to worry about that.
What do you think of this?
Okay. wiggling some formatting stuff around. Codes, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Okay. You downloaded Wikipedia yesterday? Yep. I 160 gig with images. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have a copy of Wikipedia. I don't think my copy has images in it, but what I always thought would be interesting to do with Wikipedia would be to download like a snapshot of Wikipedia, but then like if there's a way to get a snapshot of Wikipedia that doesn't include any recent changes that have been tagged as reverted. Thank you so much for the follow, Carlos Flegetron. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright. Nice to meet you. Okay. What do we got? What do we got going still? So we got that all figured out. Decompress LZW codes. Blah 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 blah. Code index just for debugging. Where are we using code index? Are we not using? We're not using code index anywhere, are we? It's probably telling us not to actually declare that. Today won't light up the night into which I walk away. Cool. Alright, still good. Oh, that's a big block of commented out code that we don't need. Goodbye. Whoop. Do we make these consts? Nope. Okay, we see this code, we need to reset the decoding table. We have to represent that by starting a new code stream entirely here. EOD code is end of data. We'll exit the loop when we run this. But also, I wonder if there's sneaky secret data after the EOD. That would actually be an interesting way to hide data too, because like, imagine if you actually stored data as compressed like GIF image data in the LZW stream, and you just stuck it after the EOD marker. You wouldn't be able to see it with like a normal just like text. If you just like scanned for strings in the file, you wouldn't be able to see it because it would be like, you know, hidden. It would be hidden with the LZW compression, right? Obviously just encrypting the data would be preferable to that, of course, but that would be interesting. Maybe you could encrypt it and hide it that way. Just kind of like it's a little extra bit that the decoder would normally just skip, right? It's interesting to find those little holes in the formats, right? This will change every time the dictionary gets big enough that we have to start reading bigger codes. Though we do also have to keep track of the fact that the code size is not allowed to go above 12. Oh yeah, okay. So GIF supports a maximum of 12-bit code sizes. I ran into this with an image yesterday, or ran into this with an image yesterday. There's an image that gets to the point where it would be required to add another code to the dictionary, but we've already hit like 12 bits. And in that case, but we didn't get a clear code, so like we just stop adding patterns to the dictionary, and we just keep this maximum code size. Hello, Sublo. How's it going? Okay. The next value is... Wait, hold on. Next code is less than... Next value is not in the decoding table. Table 8. So we have to extract it. And the first byte do the construction what? Blah 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 blah. S is the current string of bytes we're working with. Check the LZW algorithm description for what the heck that means. And then I guess C is like the next where's C? Wait, where is C actually changed? Oh wait, it's changed here. I guess I would make it the next character. C is the start of the string. Typically the start of the string. S equals S plus C. C is going to be like the next character. Just read the LZW spec, please. It's really hard to wrap my brain around this one, so... Why is everyone awawaing? Did something happen yesterday? I'm kidding, I know what happened yesterday. What is that set to? Minimum code size. Actually, we could just feed it the LZW minimum code size right here, couldn't we? Because we are feeding that into the thing already. Yeah, let's do that. Wait, no, that's max code size, right? Max code size. That'd be min code size, wouldn't it? Reset table. Set right position. Hang on a second. This still works, right? Okay, cool. Ah, awawa, that turned into awuga. Jeez. No, it's minimum code size here. It's a... And then where are we calling reset table? Oh, we're not calling reset table anymore, are we? Yeah, this function's not even called anymore. That's fine. That's fine. Cool, actually, even. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna change this variable name to LZW minimum code size. Even though we're not even using this one. I'll just use the local variable from here on. I don't remember grant you remember me watching you all bow down. Why you all bow down? Anyway. Alright. Have we butchered the code enough now? No, we haven't. There's still butchery to do. LZW minimum code size. Now we can get rid of the parameter here. And here. We should have an error down here for passing too many... Wait. Oh, right, because we don't call the thing yet. Alright, cool. Get rid of that. Cool, we're still good. Get rid of that. Add bounds check, do error handling. We have a bounds check inside of fetch code now. So I think we might be good there. We can get rid of this reset table function entirely, so that's cool. Still good. We should probably throw this at the entire, like, test data set, just to make sure that we aren't, you know, we still actually work with everything. Yeah, let's do that. I have to do this off stream or off on the other monitor because again, there's nudity in the data set. I'm sorry. We do have the first little bit of it is just Star Trek stuff though, so that's cool. But the rest of it, yeah. Sorry. I haven't gone through and pulled out all of the nudity from the CD. There's a lot of it in there though, so like it would take a while. It would take a while, and I wouldn't be like 100% sure about my ability to like actually pre-screen all of that stuff anyway. So, oh, we still gotta handle interlacing. That's on the list. Also, look, we're getting like way fewer like debug outputs now. Spicy? Yeah, some of it was pretty spicy. It's like 80s stuff. It is also set up to currently use the swimsuit directory and the hunks directories as test data, so, you know, not showing that on stream. Let's actually get rid of more of this debugging code. I also need to start timing, adding timing data to this because we're in an interesting position now where I think some of my optimizations are hurting performance. That's fine because it's easier to maintain now. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with losing a little bit of performance in the name of more readable code. But I want to be aware of where the timing is actually like landing. I want to figure out what the worst offenders are for images that are taking a long time to load too, because some of them go by really, really fast, and some of them take like a couple of seconds to load. So we should probably be spitting out timing data for every one of these. Let's actually do that. Okay, I'm satisfied that enough of this is functioning now. I should probably not have ignored all those warnings. That would be, yep. Oh, okay. No, we have things that we will end up using later, so it's fine. Oh, wait a minute. Has GCT? Okay, hold on. XMe, handle no GCT. Handle lack of GCT. Yeah, okay, because we might not have a global color table. We might only have local color tables. That is the thing that we'll have to experiment with. There is one GIF that we could experiment with, like the handling of that right now. It would parse incorrectly, but it's fine. We should probably not print the palette every time. Let's see, process file. Let's do this. Let's figure out what the time, what kind of timing data we can get. Get ticks USEC. USEC. No, just, okay. Var time start equals get ticks time dot get ticks USEC. And that's gonna be an int. Right? Turns the amount of time passed in microseconds since the engine started. Yep, that's in it. Somewhere close but far away. Time end, and then we're gonna print. We're gonna print the image name as S. Set D. So it's gonna be file name blah. Okay, and then we're gonna get file name and time end minus time start divided by. Should we get in milliseconds? We should get milliseconds it takes to load it, so we'll just do divide by 1,000. Okay, we're still printing out too much debug spam. Let's just do this, blah, blah, and then we can filter based on that. Yeah, okay, so a few of these. The Bird of Prey GIF takes over a second to load. Oh, we got cover 800.gif. It takes 230. A lot of these are followed up by one that loads really fast, so the ones that take a long time will just flash on the screen really quick. And then... So I want to see what's going on. Why are some of these taking a really, really long time to load? They're probably photos. That aren't compressing very well, if I were to guess. And so it's probably just having to spend a lot more time in the decoder. They could also be uncompressed, which would be interesting. Yeah, to cover 800. Cover 800. All right. So we got, yep, we got a photo there. Wow, that is high resolution and decent job on the dithering. I mean, that's actually not too bad for whatever conversion system did this. That's a decent looking GIF, all things considered. I think we're now rating GIFs. It's also 267 kilobytes, which makes me think that maybe, yeah. And the image right after it is this one, which is 13 kilobytes, much smaller. And the image right after that, and the reason that we see that one show up on the screen is because the next image right after that is 149 kilobytes. 152 kilobytes according to this, whatever. So yeah, let's do... We'll do this. For every image that's over 1,000 milliseconds, we will print out that image. There's one. Let's actually do like 500 milliseconds. And then let's print out the file size also and see what the correlation is between file size and amount of time taken. Because I bet it probably comes down to file size. Now, granted, I could load PNGs like way faster than this because the PNGs are all written in native... Or PNG decoder is probably all written in native code, but... do a time comparison to something like Image Magic? Maybe. Like, I think I know where all the slow parts are, so it's... Just want these to be nicely. There we go. Nope. Hi, Bucky. Are you gonna? Oh, don't. No. Up. Okay, when he jumps right in front of my face like that is a bit distracting. Okay. Let's see if we can get the file size. OS dot. No, it's gonna be in file access. No. I don't want to have to actually load the file. Get size. There we go. We can just use file access.get size. That is probably that is. I'm gonna guess that's a static function. Yeah, that's a static function. It says right there. Okay. File name. I'm gonna print out the number of kilobytes in the file size. That is 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. There we go. We might actually have a really linear correlation between these. So let's print out the bar ratio is going to be a float, and that's going to be file size divided by time taken. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I forgot, I put the 500 in the wrong place there. There we go. Right. And %5f, sure. This will give us a ratio of, like, bytes to time taken, basically. And then I'm gonna get rid of this, and we'll have a better idea of just how long everything takes. Let's hit refresh or reload on that. So the ratio of like file size to time taken is always kind of sitting in this like kind of narrow range, right? It's between like 150 to 250 ish. Let's actually keep a running average. How about that? I just wanted to see if that was going to be stable. Oh, we got one that was 86. That's tiny. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense though. Like how big the image is going to pretty much directly correlate to how long wait, hold on. How long we take decoding the image. Let me think about that actually. Yeah, no, there's almost a perfectly linear correlation between those two things based on how I kind of imagine this stuff working. And so the noise in that we're probably seeing is probably things like loading the header and all the stuff that doesn't take a variable amount of time. Also, oh my god, I'm sorry, Draconis. I missed a see if I can do this with the state that my voice is in right now. That sounded really weird. Okay, all right. You know what? My voice is it's weird. Okay. What were we working on? File name, time taken. Some of these are loading in like 19 milliseconds, which is still kind of a lot, but we could maybe like throw in some PNGs in there to compare also. What if we just like went through and converted everything to PNGs? Hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Hold on. Let me unbiggen this so y'all can see what I'm doing. Apparently the convert command is deprecated. Also, we're getting some interesting messages there. The convert, no images defined. Corrupt image. Okay, anyway. We'll do this. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna say get size, blah 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 blah. We're then going to load the PNG equivalent of every image. So if file access dot exists, file exists, file name plus wait no. Get base name. Base name doesn't in Jodot doesn't include the extension, right? Get okay, so it's base name and then get base file name. Get file and then get base name plus .png. So it's gonna be file name dot get base dir plus dot path join oh heck with it, plus /png slash and then plus that, right, dot png. We're just gonna do that at first. We gotta restart because we only did the conversion for the Star Trek gifts. Oh, right, we're... Star Trek PNGs... Oh, it's just PNG, not PNGs. Okay, I think it converted to raw out to DevNull just to compute the GIF loading time. Yeah, I think we got rid of most of the logging stuff though, so it's like it's not a huge deal. Okay, got PNG, and then we're going to say time start equals, we're gonna get rid of that too, and then we're going to say image format loader dot load dot. How do we load a PNG? PNG. Load PNG from buffer. Image format loader. I guess we could just use load directly. Okay, here we go. Now we have, now we're starting to get a comparison. And that's going to be divided by 1,000. PNG time, over, let's just do PNG time over GIF time. PNG time taken is going to be, there we go. This will give us the ratio of the time spent loading the PNG versus the time spent loading the GIF. Wow, that's bad. Oh my god, that's really bad. That's really, really, really bad. My loader is slow as crap. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Let's just filter by PNG time. Some of these ratios are so low that it doesn't even like register. Like talking about like, there must be something wrong here. Hang on a second. That might not be it. It's a compressed texture 2D. Hang on a second. It might just be loading the file and not actually like decompressing it. Yeah, okay. You know what? It's actually, I think it's going through Jodot's own like built-in thing. So that's actually not something that we can do. I want to load the file directly. So that's already like the pre-converted versions of them. So if we go into here, we're probably going to see all the .import files. Yeah, there's all the .import files. It's already decoded them by this point. So obviously that's going to suck by comparison. How do we actually load from a file? Let's just do load PNG from buffer. So we're gonna have to get var buffer is gonna be file access dot buffer. How do we get a file into a buffer? Open PNG file, and then we'll do load .png image dot. We have to create the image first, don't we? PNG from buffer, yeah. Image dot new. Load PNG from buffer, file contents. Yeah, okay, that ought to give us a better idea now. Oops, stick you over here. The ratio still ain't looking great, in for what it's worth. Yeah, this is still pretty bad. It is taking roughly like what 1/200th of the time to load PNGs that my GIF loader takes to load GIFs, which is actually a simpler format. That's kind of pathetic, if I'm being real. That's pretty pathetic. Are you read buffering? I mean, they're both loading through the same mechanism now, so. Wouldn't expect it to be that slow. I mean, we're talking about GD script versus like probably libpng. I think I think it's gonna suck. We got a fresh new raw GD script implementation that does a lot of stuff on the heap, like a lot of stuff on the heap. Branches in a lot of places it probably doesn't need to, and has all the overhead of the interpreter. Yeah, it's probably pretty bad. I think it'll be fine for what we want to do with it, though. But hey, we're going to be ahead of all the other interpreters, not in terms of speed, but in terms of format support when we implement the plain text extension. So, you know, we'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be good. Yep, it'll be great. Wow, that performance is bad. Maybe I actually just put out the raw times here. Yeah, it's taking like 1 millisecond to load and decompress those PNGs. I bet you also the PNGs are smaller, though. I bet they're all way smaller. Hang on a second. Like, PNG is going to be way more efficient than GIF at storing... Oh my god, Bucky, hold on a second. Look at that. He's like resting his little arm on Loki. Okay, anyway. PNG file size, get file size, PNG file. Here comes the master slave, demand respect for treason. Okay, PNG size. Actually, you know what? The PNGs are around the same size as the GIFs. I guess for this type of image data, they're smaller, definitely, but let's do the ratio. Also, hello, EXO. How's it going? Let's see what the ratio looks like. I bet these are around the same size. Yeah, okay. So the ratio of, like, PNG to GIF sizes, actually pretty comparable. They're all smaller, but they're like 0.8 0.7. Oh wait, here's like a 0.477. But yeah, they're for the most part they're in the range of like the 0.89 to 0.9 something. We got a 0.97 up here. That's one of the really bad ones. But most of them are in like the 0.8 to 0.9 range. Isn't that cool? So GIF compression is actually, for what it does for 8-bit images, about as good as PNG compression there. Neat, huh? I think that's cool. PNGs use a variety of like compression techniques, kind of all mixed together. The big one being deflate, of course. We got one that actually has a bigger PNG than a GIF right here, and another one. So there are a few images where GIFs are slightly more efficient. Oh, and another one. There's like 3 of them in a row. Nice. If you want to have like a really small PNG, you can use 8-bit color mode, and apparently they will end up tiny. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. I think it's really neat. My decoder still sucks for performance. Wow, does it suck? Demand respect for treason. You are my reason to despise the world. But yeah, like I said, it's probably using libpng under the hood, which is a very, very, very well-developed library written in C, which when you compare to my fresh new library that I just made, written in GDScript, it probably never had a chance. I didn't think it was going to be like 1,000 to 1 speed ratio, but you know, it is what it is, right? It's fine. It's fine. I still got my pure GDScript implementation, which I think is cool. And like I said, I am planning to support the plain text extension, which nobody else does, so we'll be fine. And this is gonna be used for the intro funsies, of course. GDScript is not exactly known for performance. You know what? I actually haven't had a whole lot of performance issues with GDScript. Now I haven't like pushed it very far for like game stuff. I've done it for, you know, Snack Studio, but Snack Studio's requirements are pretty simple. I haven't had a performance issue with my GDScript code. Oh wait, no. There was one issue where the GDScript the original like VRM Springbone implementation was really inefficient in the VRM add-on, and that's been fixed. It's a lot faster now. But aside from that, I don't think I've ever had like a really serious performance issue with GDScript for what I use it for. You know, a lot of the systems are handled, a lot of the really like intense parts of GDScript, for me at least. I know you have a totally different experience having actually shipped games with Jodot. A lot of the really like computationally expensive parts are already handled by other things deeper in the engine. For these cases, design for is mostly fine. Yeah. What I'm doing right here is not the use case that it was designed for. This is ridiculous. What I'm doing here is absolutely ridiculous. I'm writing a low-level decoder for GIFs in GDScript. Like, in no reasonable, in no universe is that reasonable, right? Yeah, I dropped a native code written in Rust. And I mean that's what the existing like GIF loader actually does. It's just a GD extension, and it's probably a lot faster. I haven't tested it, but I can tell it's probably a lot faster. It probably uses GIFlib or something under the hood. So yeah, it's. Have we completely cleaned up this file yet? Are we done here? Might be. Still got a lot of work to do here. We're kind of at end of stream time now, though, so I think I should probably just commit what I have and then get to work. Soon we will implement the plain text extension in GD, because we have the font renderer here in Jodot already. Like, we can just do that. We can just implement the plain text extension for GIF that nobody uses. I don't know if you were here yesterday, EXO, but you know there's a GIF. There's part of the GIF spec that nobody implements. Were you aware of that? There's a part of the GIF spec that nobody implements. It's called the plain text extension. There's actually multiple parts of it that nobody implements, and I want to implement it. Let me demonstrate what it does. Okay, so we have this one GIF that we keep testing everything with. It looks like this, right? Believe it or not, but this GIF actually has text in it. And it's animated. This is an animated GIF with text in it. The problem is, in order to actually see that animation, you need a spec-compliant piece of software. Is there any way to make into embiggen DOSBox here? Here, I'll just add another window capture source. Hang on a second. Source visible? No. There we go. Move this down to... Further. Come on, let's go. There we go, right above the full screen capture. Okay. Here we go. This is DOSBox. And this is a program called 2Show, or C-Show, or whatever. We're going to load bob89a.gif, which is the only GIF that I could find that actually implements this. This is not Turbo C. It may have been written in Turbo C, but it's not Turbo C. We're gonna go ahead and just pick MCGA, and we'll see what it looks like. So this is bob89a.gif, and there's the text. This text is embedded in the file, and you are expected to render that text. It also has press any key to continue. That is a feature of GIF. GIF has a wait for user input feature, and then this is talking about disposal methods for GIF frames, and then it's gonna show, because these images, or the text there is actually just described the same way, or is basically just an image, so it can also be transparent. It can have a transparent color in it and to render like this instead. This is demonstrating one of the GIF 89A features, I think. Was it 87? Also, he's wrong. He's wrong. I know he created the format, or was one of the creators of the format, but he's still wrong. Also, there's that did you hear the beeps and stuff? I think that's also a feature in them. Does the spec define how the text should be rendered exactly? No, it's exactly is the last part, is the big part there that is not yeah. So let's go plain text extension. All right. Let's see. Rendered as monospaced characters, 1 character per cell, with the best fitting font and size. The best fitting font and size. That's all it says about the font. For further information, see the recommendations table, or see the section on recommendations below. Fractional cells must be discarded. Encoder must carefully specify grid dimensions. Blah 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 blah. Here we go. Selection of font and size is left to the discretion of the decoder. So it's spec conforming to use wingdings. Oh wait, no, hold on. I forgot to turn off DOSBox. Sorry. Let me go back to this. So this is the the plain text extension. This is how it describes what it does, where it goes in the image, cell height, all that stuff. If we go down to the recommendations section, it says has a bunch of like info about it here. 7-bit printable ASCII characters, so at least that's easy. But if we go down to the bottom recommendations, it says the selection of font and size is left to the discretion of the decoder. So it is spec conforming to use Wingdings as your font. Wingdings is not monospace. Damn it. Well, it says it's recommended to use monospace. All right, that's a recommendation. We're still conformant to the spec, right? Oh, I'm gonna skip the song. It's to be rendered as monospace characters. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay, Wingdings isn't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. Wingdings is not a valid font. So we need to find a font that's like Wingdings but is monospace, and then that would be a valid thing to use. Tragic plot twist. Yeah. Interestingly, I think my garbage butt font would actually work for this, and it would probably work really well because it's like a 3x5 font. Is it specifically ASCII only? Yes, it's 7-bit ASCII only. So you don't even get the extended ASCII character set. It's just 7-bit ASCII. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. You can't make GIFs with cool Unicode stuff like embedded in it. That would be bad actually. Especially because I'm planning on using this for stream stuff, and I don't want people to use, like, you know, Egyptian hieroglyph penis Unicode or something in an emote to have it show up on my stream or whatever. You can use the plain text extension to make a kinetic visual novel. Yeah. Also, there's an editor's note. Someone screwed up in the description there. Like drawing rats sometimes. That's good. I know some very nice rats. So yeah, that's basically nothing implements this, and that's why every time you look at Bob89a.gif in literally like any other decoder besides C-Show, it looks like this, and it doesn't look animated. There's also so this is there's a field on the frames on the graphic control extension for the delay time for the individual frames. There's also this user input flag, which is just 1 bit. The user input flag indicates whether or not user input is expected before continuing. If the flag is set, processing will continue when user input is entered. The nature of user input is determined by the application, character turn, mouse button, click, etc. Values 0 or 1, and user input is not expected, user input is expected. When a delay time is used and the user input flag is set, processing will continue when user input is received or when the delay time expires, whichever occurs first. Oh yes! Oh yes! It waits for user input. There's also, I think, the decoder may sound the bell to alert the user that input is being expected. So it is also spec compliant to make noise while you are decoding. Or rendering, at least. Oh yes! Let that PC speaker fly. Oh yeah. Awawa approved. Yes. So now that we know that GIFs can take user input, have text, and make sounds, I intend to make a fully spec compliant GIF decoder. Also, it can do true color. You all know that GIFs can do more than 256 colors. We have one of the test images in there for that. GIFs are limited to 256 color palettes. That is correct. GIFs can also have multiple palettes for multiple sub-images. PC speaker, best speaker? No, absolutely not. Jeez. I like how this image viewer also can actually view PNGs, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, GIFs can also have comments built in, but we already knew all that. This is also explaining a little bit more of the GIF spec. I feel like this is creating the old YTMND site from first principles somehow. Nice, good. Excellent. We need GIF tools that actually allow you. Right now, that I need to implement saving GIFs now in order to make this complete. Because right now, the only GIF that I have to test is this one, right? I can't actually save GIFs with all of this crap embedded into it. So I'm gonna have to make my own GIF saving system, which just means it's not gonna be too bad. It just means implementing the like the LZW compression instead of just the decompression. Everything else is pretty simple. Like we got everything else pretty much under control, I think. Yeah, supposedly this software is also new enough to load PNGs. It's old enough that it still supports like CGA graphics, but it's new enough to load PNGs. So I really want to see what a PNG looks like when we load it in this software. So let me find a PNG really quick. Let me find a PNG in my art directory. I know we're at time. PNG image. Let's load the ban image. I like that one. Let's see what else we got here. I started saving everything as WebPs instead of PNGs not too long ago, so a lot of recent stuff isn't in there. All right, let's do this. Cancel. We will have to like quit out of DOSBox, I think. Yeah, we'll have to quit out of DOSBox and restart. There's like a way to make it rescan directories and stuff, but it just caches the stuff normally. All right, I want to see what the band GIF or the band PNG looks like in. Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow! That is real slow. This is one of the CGA palettes. It looks kind of cool though. I like it. I dig this. It's doing some interesting dithering on the fly to get the high color stuff down into like the 4-color thing. I would bet that's probably Floyd Steinberg dithering if I were to guess. That's impressive. I think it's cool. I like the way this looks. And it beeped at the end. Yeah. Nice. That is a vibe. That is a vibe, definitely. Let's try one of the other palettes. This reminds me a bit of very old dial-up trying to load images. Yep. Oh, this is without dithering. This is the non-dithered version. Doesn't look so good. Can we... Okay. I want to see this version. What we got? Ah, here we go. Here's the Trans Pride CGA palette that everyone knows. It's me if I toss and turn without me, you believe. This would be a funny thing for like the Wheel of Misfortune, is to just like very, very slowly reveal what's happening to the person Okay, let's figure out someone to raid. Okay, honestly, I like this. This is pretty. This is good. I dig the color scheme and the dithering and everything. It's nice. Also, it makes me realize I'm definitely way more magenta than I am purple. Alright, I think we're going to raid... I think we're gonna raid Bunny Hearted. Let me get her stream up really quick. That's just so I can actually have stuff working here. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and kick off that raid. DOSBox. Where's my Twitch tab? Too many tabs open. Alright, there's the raid message. Thank you everyone for joining me for another weekday morning art / dev stream. Really appreciate having y'all here. You're all awesome and amazing. Hope to see you next time. Take it easy, take care, be kind, show compassion, show empathy. Don't get in a knife fight. Use containers and stay safe. Alright? I think it's a pretty easy list of demands that I got. I'm still waiting through an ad, so I'll... Well, thank you for being here. And thank this guy for helping to make the GIF format, even though he pronounces it wrong. That's a text GIF. Yep, the GIF that's meant to have text. Yep, yeah, we were just testing it in DOSBox. With something that is actually able to load the thing. Yeah, so we're looking at maybe implementing the actual text rendering for that, so we'll see. All right, have a good one, everyone. I think the ad is probably done. Nope, it's not. We still got another minute. All right, well, bye. Crap.